Wiki, welcome, Warcraft 2 fans. Today we have here Noise versus Sepi. Sepi starting once again at the 2 o'clock spot. It's going to be an interesting game, ladies and gentlemen. Just as it was the first game number 1 of the series, we have game number 2 of the series starting at the 2 o'clock spot. And Noise, once again, starting at the small 9 o'clock spot. So it should be pretty interesting. Today's episode brought to you, of course, as it always is, by Body Blazers. Body Blazers is back, baby, with their 30-day free or your free back program. Looks like Sepi's starting with a very well-timed pause. So we have some more time to advertise for our advertisers. Who's advertising today? Let's see. The Sketchpad. If you want a sketch, you should buy the Sketchpad. It's easy, tear out pages, perfect for drawing and sketching, ideal for dry media, great for colored pencils, pens, and more. Medium weight paper, perforated sheets, woman owned. So definitely get out there and check that Sketchpad out. All right, back to the game. So, a pretty standard opening here from Sepi. Noise is going to go for the duel again. Pretty standard stuff from Noise as well. It's going to be exciting to see what happens in this Wiki Warcraft 2 2017 Tournament of Champions. Game number 2 of their series. Sepi already sending a scout peon out. And what will he find? He'll find himself a duel over here. And a pretty standard duel. Here's the blacksmith, I do believe, a lumber mill, and a barrack. So he'll be able to get himself some catapults with the greatest of ease. Sepi's seeing nobody at the 11 o'clock. He'll move on down to this 9 o'clock spot where he'll discover that duel. And let's go ahead and take a look at what he decides to do. A very great scout there. He knows exactly what's going on. And it's going to be a cannon tower rush, I believe. Nope. Wait, what will it be? Actually, it'll be running on home. But more peons and a grunt moving out on the map. So he'll have 3 peons, 1 grunt, and another grunt down here. So 3 peons. It's got counter duel, ladies and gentlemen. He's, I don't know if he had luck the last time that he tried a dual buster build, but this time he's going for the long game and the counter duel. So he'll start harassing his opponent, forcing out that catapult. Axthor was actually what's produced him quickly, so that should be able to push off these grunts with a very low cost to the defending player. Noise not even deciding to go for that catapult. Things seem to be working out pretty well for him. Oh, there's the catapult indeed. And so far, no catapult or even lumber mill from Sepi, who's going to be focusing a lot of his efforts on just simply getting that economic advantage. He's got 2 gold mines with a total of 30k, and notice that the small 9 doesn't actually have that much gold in there. So overall, towards the end of the day, Sepi should be out ahead on the resource game. But we'll have to wait and see if this pulls out and works out in his advantage or not. Right, the catapult is out and launches a devastating, decisive blow against that single grunt. And he's got both of his defenses. So this grunt's actually going to turn around. He's heard about reports of that catapult that's in defense here. And still no lumber mill for sepi. Kind of a odd choice. Plenty of wood choppers, but no lumber mill as of yet. Oh, and there we see the attack continuing. You gotta force the X-Sword to do his job and throw some hatchets in the face of this grunt. So that grunt's now down to 25 or 26 hit points. Good stuff indeed. And there's the tier number 2. And a lumber mill now being produced here from the sepi. Tier number 2 as well from Noise. Noise has been making a lot of noise in the world of Warcraft 2 for many of years now, so he's quite actually good at Warcraft 2. But sepi is one of the top Warcraft 2 players, especially at this time, and continuing on till this day. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. And look at the peons, they're just sitting and waiting to repair this ogre mound. He wants tier number 3 as quickly as possible. Alright, some peons being produced here, and he's now scouting with these peons. The grunt is seeing the scout parties, however, and this peon will likely be eliminated. What's this peon here going to be doing? He wants to chop this one tree. He decided he's seen the perfect bundle of wood to bring all the way back home. So he decides he wants to begin cutting down that tree right the heck now. Still a little bit of ways to go in this Wiki Warcraft 2 extravaganza. No clear winner as of yet. Sepi pulling ahead in the technology game. Maybe he did lose the last game and wants to make it a Wiki Warcraft 2 game in the favor of him. So, Ogre Mage already being researched. He's not playing around. Definitely not this time. But we have no idea who wins. This is a 3-game series, so it could be sepi, it could be, and look here, even the Goblin Alchemist being produced by Noise. He wants to know exactly what's going on, so he'll likely build himself a Goblin Zeppelin. And then setting himself up to chop through this one tree here and get himself a 3-to-1 choke point there. Of course, he's going to need a peon to do that chopping action. And this one peon has that load of trees that he so coveted earlier, and he's going to, after scouting out that 5 o'clock and surviving, he's going to move on up to the 2 o'clock spot. So what a brave peon. He's got these bundles of sticks that he wanted to see earlier, and he's going to see a group of ogres moving on out, so he needs to hide a little bit there, and survive he will. Nice job from that from that peon. Able to slip past those ogres. Bloodlust has arrived already. Yes, indeed it has. So bloodlusted ogres are going to make their assault here. And nothing but an axe thrower to defend here in the southern sections. And these peons decide to start chopping wood. They must be nervous, and that's what they do on purpose when they're nervous, is to start chopping wood. But it's going to be a fatal choice for them, as bloodlusted ogres take down this Goblin Alchemist without ever a Goblin Zeppelin being produced. So sepi on the offensive here, and we have our first chop out here in the northern section of the map, but is it too late, as sepi is now pounding on the door to the north as well as the south. The catapults are down there and able to defend off this, but here in the northern sections, the blacksmith is going to fall, and that's bad news bears for the forces of Noise, who has yet to reproduce his blacksmith, so he's unable to produce ogres at the moment. So sepi's going to have a decisive victory here so far in this game, as he's able to continuously produce his bloodlusted ogres and send them out on the map. And meanwhile, Noise has gotten a bit of a rut row, as his defense lines have been breached. Alright, blacksmith has now been recreated somewhere on the map, and the Goblin Zeppelin, so it's going to make its way out. But Seppi is already taking a bit of a commanding lead, and that hero peon now producing a Temple of the Darned in that little hidey hole that he has found. But Seppi is now mass expanding here. He's got a huge army knocking at the front door as well as map control. What is ogres doing? They're kind of running around town, and they're going to be cleaned up here with a counteroffensive. And the ogres are not in a great position to make this attack here. So a very good defense from Noise. Exactly what he needs to pull himself back into this game. And he's even produced himself a Death Knight, and now he's going to go ahead for. But look at the scout farms on this guy. Seppi has plenty of scout farms patrolling ogres and quite a bit of defense out here. Still lots of gold ducats in the bank. And now even setting up area for him to mine at the 5 o'clock spot. Or 4 o'clock, I should say. Still an exciting game, exciting times to be watching Wiki Warcraft 2. Don't forget to go check out that sketch pad. That was a really good advertisement. Boy, I want to go buy one myself. And Noise catching some ogres unlusted here. A bit of a victory for him. Seppi's going to have to pull those ogres back and try to re-lust them up. And here's a massive ogre army ready to bloodlust up. And look at that bloodlust on that guy. He can just lust up with the greatest of ease. And he'll move on to defeat this offensive forces. But lots of peons going to get punched in the face there. So pretty good stuff here in the world of Warcraft 2 from Seppi versus Noise back in 2017. Dun, dun, dun. You see the small 9 already been mined out, so he's now depending all of his mining on this 9 o'clock spot, but there's not a whole lot there to mine, as we have earlier discussed. So he's really going to need to make something happen and gain control of another of these spots. And he's going for the 11 o'clock spot and then targeting down either the middle or this 9. I mean the 4 or 5 o'clock spot, because that's just a little too much to be given his opponent to mine for free. No, it's the middle, and then he's going to go right down the gullet, trying to take out some of these scout farms, which could actually be quite well done, as Seppi doesn't have too many farms as it is. Nice defensive ogre action response here, but still the farm's going to be burned to the ground, and that's going to make almost farm block him. Nope. He's getting a bit greedy and running straight towards the gold mining operations. Just so many defensive towers here from Seppi, though, and Seppi's going to take the lead here in this game, especially as he's now especially now that he's secured this 11 o'clock spot, and Noise's mine has noisily collapsed, causing maybe a couple of peon deaths, but who knows? We weren't there to witness it. So Noise is able to clean up that 11 o'clock spot, and that's going to give him an area to mine from. So he's going to do a old choo-choo train, a peon transfer here. But so far the map dominance is in the favor of Seppi, who has so far this game really shown why he is the mighty macro master of Wiki Warcraft 2. A nice DK there to dispel these attacking ogres, and they're going to run around, oh my gosh, what's going on? But they're going to find that DK and put him away. So now all the hopes and dreams of the player Noise are at this one mine, which he is quickly draining out of its funds. And Seppi's a nice Goblin Zeppelin here, actually gonna keep tabs on this small 12 mine, but really the action's happening at the 3, the 4, and the 5 o'clock spots, where Seppi is just mining quite happily Here's a large contingent of ogres. Will they strike down towards the center? No, they're gonna make a southerly assault. Not a whole lot down there to assault. And here's a dragon, actually. And Bloodlusted and Hasted DKs. That's going to put this GG bow right on the map right here, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen. As there's not a single mining peon so far for noise. Sepi's got the entire map. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Tune in next time. We have another Wiki Warcraft 2 audio presentation brought to you, of course, by that super sweet sketchpad. 64 pages of awesomeness made in the USA. Peace out, homies.